I was shocked to hear that the head of NASA's human spaceflight program had abruptly resigned just days before NASA plans to launch its critical DM-2 crewed mission to the International Space Station. And I trust that NASA Administrator Bridenstine will ensure that the right decision is made as to whether or not to delay the launch attempt. This statement came from Representative Eddie Johnson of Texas, chair of the House Science Committee, in a statement he made on May 20th. Regarding the abrupt departure from NASA of Doug Lavaro, the Associate Administrator for Human Exploration and Operations, essentially the main overseer of this particular mission. There's a couple of reasons this makes me nervous. One would be, it's not a good thing for morale or your crew to replace the main manager of the operation days before a critical launch. Anytime a key administrator is fired or resigns abruptly in the Trump administration, I get nervous. Why did they leave? Why were they ousted? Lavaro isn't saying, except a mention that he made a mistake. Another reason this worries me is because I trust Elon Musk as far as I can throw him. He makes me nervous. He's a hot-headed, reactionary firebrand whose motivations often seem to be to defy convention and act outrageously, regardless of who he pisses off. And I'm not sure that that's the kind of person who should necessarily be responsible for building rockets for astronauts to go into space in. Despite the fact that the SpaceX program has achieved a lot in the past several years, I'm still not crazy about their reliability numbers for re-entry procedures and parachute landings of the capsule. A third thing that bothers me about this was watching a recent interview with astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley. And to me, in the interview, they seemed nervous and seemed to be talking about the risks of the launch a little more than I really want to hear. The big reason this all worries me is that the United States is feeling pretty demoralized right now. And I think it would be great if we could have a space launch and have it go well. That would be a great thing for the mood of the country. But I'm terrified that because of some rush to produce that, two innocent astronauts end up getting killed. And the effect that would have on the morale of the country, I think, would be just devastating on top of everything else. And I don't mean to imply that the maintenance crew on the rocket and all the people, at Mission Control don't know what they're doing. I'm just worried that there might be pressure from the top right now. I really hope that's not the case because, the Challenger tragedy was bad enough. And the blame for that fell squarely on Ronald Reagan's push to get the Challenger to launch. And like-minded administrators at NASA who were not listening to what the engineers were telling them. I really hope Lavaro's departure didn't have anything to do with this launch. I hope everything goes well. I hope they don't take unnecessary risks. I'm really trying to hope for the best here. And I know the pressure to get this launch done must be enormous right now. Just don't jeopardize the lives of your astronauts to get a political win. That's all I'm saying.